Nick Russo, and this
I'm
is
Kara.
Nice
Oh.
to meet you. I'm Kevin Parker.
Yep. So just going to do a little interview today, just asking about what it is that you do, how you got there, what's it like, and things involved in there. So we just start off with just kind of a description of your job title and what it is.
Sure. So I'm Kevin Parker, and I am the Director of Technical Services at Hampton Roads Sanitation District, HRSD, and we are a wastewater treatment public utility. If I had to generally summarize the job, it's in water quality. So I oversee our department, which conducts a lot of the sampling and monitoring of water coming into like dirty water coming into wastewater treatment, all the way through the treatment process and then out into the rivers, or now even advanced treatment into the groundwater aquifers. One of the ways to look at my job is we make sure that our permits are met, because ultimately in our industry, the water that you discharge, let's say, into the river, into the James River, or York River, Atlantic Ocean in one case, that has to meet certain water quality criteria. So my group makes sure that we're collecting samples that will then meet permit and allow us to operate.
Sounds very interdisciplinary. So how is it being able to coordinate with biologists, chemists, and make sure that everybody's on the same page?
So we have a variety, all kinds of disciplines, like you said. We do have a lot of chemists that work in our analytical laboratory, where they're, lab coats, beakers, flasks, doing analytical work. But we also have chemists in the field lab. We have biologists and environmental science majors that work in our analytical lab as well as in the field lab. We have a geologist, currently hydrogeologist is in charge of the work that goes into groundwater recharge wells that go down 1,500 feet and all of the geology that goes with that. And so I'm trying to think. I think we even have one history major that decided to take on science and ended up switching from history to science. So yeah, all these different disciplines come together, and really it's a good thing because it offers a different perspective. We have engineers, we have everyone, and everyone has a little bit different background and take, which benefits the whole organization.
So a lot of what you're going to have to do needs to be communicated with public and other private, industries. How do you guys go about communicating, and what type of skills or other types of, technical language is, important to be able to communicate?
Communication's huge. Talking to people in the industry, they want to know all the details because that's what they're concerned about. So there's a large spectrum, and I try not to say, like, some people refer to it as dumbing it down, but that's not really what you're doing. Not dumbing it down, you're communicating in a way that everyone can benefit, using different terms and different approaches. You need to be able to technically write at a high scientific level to communicate to your peers and the industry. But when you're dealing with the public, you also need to know how to speak a language that makes sense and is useful information to the public.
The last question is, do you have any advice for people who are currently grad students entering the workforce in the next year or so?
Always, yes. So when you enter the workforce, I always tell people, remember, you have this degree and you're applying for a job. Just remember, your degree is going to look like all the other applicants. If it requires a degree, they're all going to have degrees. So what sets you apart? And I always say one of the best things is networking. Opportunities like this, where you engage with somebody who's in the field and continue to engage with people that can explain to you what the system is like. Like, hey, I need you to apply if you're going to get this job, and you need to talk to this person. So networking is always important. And experience. You don't need to be an expert by any means, but you're going for this job, and let's say you both have this degree and you're pretty equal, two candidates, and you did a great job in your interview. Well, how maybe they can differentiate because you took the extra steps to come do tours at our plants or to engage with some of our staff. And wherever you're interested in working, go engage anything, just to make the contacts and connections, and to show that you're all equal with the same degree or piece of paper, but now you've taken the extra step, so.
Awesome.
Well, thank you. It's been very, interesting and very fruitful talk. So, thank you for your time.
Well,
Thank you so
thank you,
much.
yes, I appreciate it.